Students, my name is Shubhranil De. I had joined on 1st June, that is day before yesterday. I have joined in Tarai B.Ed college as an assistant professor of English, and my hometown is Siliguri, and I was working in Balurghat B.Ed college. Previously I was employed in Balurghat B.Ed college as an assistant professor in English. So today I will discuss a brief about ICT, that is Information and Communication Technology. This paper is included in the 4th semester of B.Ed, that is EPC 3, means Enhancing Professional Capacity. EPC 3, this paper is included as a compulsory paper. So today we will discuss a brief about ICT, its types, its components, along with its benefits, or you can say its advantages, how it is helpful for the students. So ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology, as a diverse set of technological tools and resources used to communicate and to create, disseminate, store, manage information. These technologies includes computers, the internet, the broadcasting and the telephony. So means it clearly indicates that through ICT we can communicate with peoples across the globe. We can create new instruction, we can create new projects, we can create new teaching learning activities. Disseminate means we can exchange our views, we can share our opinions, we can store them in the memory, as well as we can manage the information quite effectively. So in the modern teaching learning process, there has been a drastic change. Of the entire system of learning. Previously it was teacher-oriented lectures. But nowadays we are giving priority to child-centric mode of learning, where the outmost or the maximum priority is given the child, so that they can develop their potentiality, they can develop their skills in order to gather, exchange, share, manage the information for their educational goals and objectives. So in that respect, UNESCO, that is the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, has defined the term Information and Communication Technology in their book ICT in Education Program. That is, they have mentioned the term the Information and Communication Technology in their book ICT in Education Program as a form of technology that are used to transmit, process, store, create, display and exchange informations by electronic means, which includes satellites, TV, radio, television, computers, you can say audiovisual equipments, all those tools which supports the entire teaching learning process. These are the modern tools that supports the entire teaching learning process. So if we go through the specific area, that is transmit. So we are transmitting our views, we are transmitting our opinion through, we are interacting with the peoples through video conferencing, through audio conferencing, through telephony, right, through radio, television, internet. We are transmitting our messages. Next is process. So in order to satisfy the exchange of information, we are taking the help of devices in order to process the data. We are taking the help of smartphone, we are taking the help of computers, which is helping the instructor, the developer, in order to process the data, in order to arrange the instructions in a proper way. We are taking the help of devices that is helping to process the entire information. Next is store. In the storage part, we are taking the help of flash drive, pen drive, DVD, CD, hard disks, floppy disk, in order to store the information which can be used in the future. We are storing the information. Next is create. We are creating opportunities. We are creating scopes for the students so that they can participate actively in the learning process. In that respect, we are also taking the help of computers. We are taking the help of smartphones. Suppose we are trying to organize an online class using Facebook Live or Google Meet, then we are creating a scope for the students' participation and their interaction. They can interact, they can discuss, they can share their opinion, which is helping the teacher to create a set of instruction, which is helping the teacher to create an ideal teaching learning environment. Next is display. Means we are seeing, we are able to see the output of the instruction. We are able to see the output of the instruction in the screen. That's the display. The screen may be in the computer screen, that screen may be in the mobile, the smartphone, right? We are able to display. The monitor of the computer is the display unit of the system. So this is the process, and moreover the last point is exchange. We are exchanging, means we are communicating with suppose we are communicating with email, right? We are email. Suppose we are writing letters, we are exchanging our own ideas, thoughts, we are exchanging our beliefs, we are exchanging our emotions. So we are exchanging with the help of email. So these are the points. Means transmit, process, store, create, display, and exchange. These are the areas that has been mentioned by UNESCO in order to define the term that is the ICT, means the information and communication technology. And with this technology, with this support, we can organize an effective teaching learning environment. We can able to organize an ideal teaching learning environment with the help of the various electronic means. Where I have already discussed that smartphone, TV, Android watch, Android mobile, satellites, communications, electronic devices, all are devices that acts as a support to the entire teaching learning process. So I will just revise the entire concept, that ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology, as a diverse set of technological tools and resources used to communicate and to create, disseminate means exchange, store and manage information. This includes computers, internet, broadcasting technologies, radios and telephony. And moreover, the UNESCO in their book has mentioned that ICT in education program as a form of technology, that are used to transmit, that are used to process, store, create, display and exchange the information through electronic means. Right? Electronic means we are able to exchange this set of assumption, set of instruction. We can take the help of the modern gadgets, devices, tools. Right? Now you have to see what are the major components of ICT. You have to see what are the major components of ICT. The major components of ICT are divided into six areas. The first is the hardware. Next is the software. The third is the peoples. Fourth is the data. Fifth is the procedure. And the ultimate, the sixth is the information. So these are the major components of ICT. We have learned what is ICT, what are the devices used in ICT, how ICT works, and now we will learn what are the major components of ICT. There are 6 components. I will repeat. The first is the hardware, software, peoples, data, procedure and information. What is the hardware? The hardware is the machinery tools, right? The machinery tools, the equipments which help the system to run. Means the equipments which can be touched, which can be felt. Means the machinery equipments comprise of the hardware. The software means a set of programs or instruction which helps the hardware to perform its function. That can be operating software, that can be application software. That can be application software, you can say operating software or system software, both are same. System software and application software. So these two softwares helps the machine to accomplish the task successfully. These are called softwares. The third is the data. Data means the raw materials, the figures which is given as input to the machine by the user. The user will give the set of instruction. The user will put the data in the software, in the information. These all are called the data. Next it comes to people, those who will operate the entire system in order to run it effectively. The peoples means the teacher can be, the students can be, any other people can work, can help the system to run. Means the user. And the people will verify the data. The people will verify the data after it has been processed. Means first of all the data is to be inputted by the user, next it will be processed, and at last the data will be verified by the user. So the user is the one of the major component of ICT. Next it comes to procedure, means a sequence of events, a sequence of instruction which will help the machine to accomplish the task successfully. The user will give the input, right? Then the user will give the command, and step by step the computer will process the entire data through a procedure. That is the procedure. And last is the information. The information is called the processed data. The processed data is the information. That is the output of the output that has been generated on the basis of the input that has been given. So first is the hardware, the machinery equipments. Software means the set of programs which run the machine. That may be application software, that may be system software, right? Next is third is the people, mean the users. Fourth is the data. Fifth is the procedure, and the last one is the information, that is the output. The process data is the output, right? So we have discussed about the ICT, its equipments, the areas which are related to the ICT, and moreover now we have discussed what are the major components of ICT, right? Now we will focus on the types of ICT. What are the different types of ICT? There are four major types of ICT. First is broadcasting, second is telecommunication, third one is internet, fourth one is computing and information system. The first one is the broadcasting, means when there is a live telecast of any event, when there is a live telecast of any news, when there is a live telecast of any speech, that is all comprises of broadcasting. That is done through television, that is done through radio, that is also called a one-way communication. That is also called a one-way communication, because we are not interacting. The sender is sending the messages with the help of the gadgets, that is radio, television. That is a part of broadcasting. Next is telecommunication. Telecommunication means we are using mobile phones, we are using cellular phones, we are using land phones in order to convey our message to the other people. That is the part of telecommunication. Third is internet system, means interconnectivity of computer network across the globe is internet, means all the computers are connected together in a single platform, that is the internet, where the computer is playing a dominant role. It is indispensable. The role of computer is indispensable, which is very vital, crucial, important. And last one is computing and information system, means all electronic devices including computers, which have artificial intelligence and experts mechanism, With the help of computers we can easily manipulate, we can easily transmit, we can easily process any information. But rather than computer, there are many devices which has artificial intelligence and which has expert mechanism. All are included in this fourth category, that is computer and information system. So there are four types of ICT. There are four types of ICT. The first one is the broadcasting. Suppose we are listening to any radio program, we are listening to any television program, it is broadcasting. Teleconferencing, we are communicating with telephones, cellular phone, mobile phones, smartphones. That is that is under the category of teleconference. Next is internet. Internet means global connectivity of computers in a single platform. That is the internet, where the computer is playing a dominant role, crucial role. And last is computing and information system, means those gadgets and devices which have artificial intelligence as well as expert mechanism. That type of devices are included in computing and information system. In this point, you can also add that it includes computer also, because it can manage, it can store, it can retrieve, it helps to access maximum information within a very short period of time, right? And next, you have to know in this part what are the major benefits, or why this ICT is a part and parcel of modern method of teaching. What is its role? What is its role in the present context of education? How is it benefiting? How it is assisting the students? How it is assisting the students in order to develop their skills, and moreover they are getting familiar, means they are getting accustomed with these modern methods of teaching. So first of all, with the implement of ICT, the student has become independent learners. The student has become independent learners, means they can learn in their own pace without any disturbances. They can learn in their own pace without any disturbances. And moreover, while they are attending any class, attending any discussion on the internet, they are active in that regard, means an active participation along with an independent learning is possible. The students become independent learners, along with they become active in the learning process. Active participation can be observed. Next is, when the students are browsing the internet, they are getting familiar to authentic sources. They are getting familiar to various educational websites. They are browsing the internet in order to get the relevant information relating to their subject, which is developing their intellectual skills, which is developing their creativity, which is developing their logical reasoning, right? Analytical skills gets developed because they are thinking, they are managing, they are interpreting, they are analyzing the data from the internet. They are developing their skills, right? And moreover, it is very efficient for them. It is very efficient. It has a great utility, because the information which they have gathered, which they have found from the internet can be stored in the various devices that can be used in the future. Means the all those information, all those facts, all those figures which they have got from the internet, which they have received from the internet, can be stored in the memory for further use, right? And moreover, when the students are being exposed to this environment, this the teaching learning environment with the help of computers, they are able to see any multimedia projections, they are taking part in discussions, they are sharing their decisions, they are sharing their views with other peoples, with the teachers. A active participation means enthusiasm, right? Enthusiasm, curiosity can be observed in the students, right? They are much more curious, they are much more you can say they are much more involved in the learning process. They are curious, they are sharing their ideas without hesitation, right? It creates a scope for an interactive learning environment, and moreover, it also helps them to break the monotonousness of textbook centric method of learning. Previously it was textbook centered, learning was textbook centered, but nowadays we are taking the help of gadgets and devices in order to impart the instruction. So it is creating enthusiasm, it is creating creating interest among the students to participate in the learning process more effectively. An effective participation is observed in the learning process. This is the advantages and benefits. Along, we can also mention one point, that it provides flexibility of anytime, anywhere access. Means that the students can access the internet, the student can participate in the learning activity. It is not only confined to the classroom, but they can take part outside the classroom also. It provides flexibility of anytime, anywhere access. So first of all, you need to know that it has many benefits. First benefit is independent learning along with active participation. Next is enthusiasm among the students. Third is the students develop their analytical skills, because they come across through many data, they come across through many figures from the internet, which helps them to develop their reasoning ability, their creativity, their ability to analyze data, right? Data interpretation skill and its analysis. And moreover, the student can access the internet anywhere, anytime, which means that the teaching learning is not confined to the classroom. It can be done outside the classroom also. And moreover, you can also add this point that the students get the reliable and adequate information from the internet. The reliable and adequate information can be drawn, we can get the information from the internet. And what are the benefits of the teachers? There are benefits of the teachers also. The teacher can easily share the advice. The teacher can easily organize a class through ICT. He can prepare the class effectively, sequentially. The activities can be arranged in favor of the students to gain the output of learning, right? To get the desired output of learning. It builds self-confidence among the teachers. It develops self-confidence among the teachers to take the class, to organize the class using these modern gadgets and devices, right? And moreover, the teacher can easily monitor, supervise the students' activities through the devices, right? Through the IC devices, the teacher can easily monitor the student progress and their involvement in the learning process. This is the entire benefit that the ICT is catering to the students, as well as it is helpful for the teachers to plan and execute the lesson effectively to achieve the goal of teaching and learning. Thank you.